Well, hello, my beautiful Virgo. Welcome to my channel. This is Baba Jolie here with a little bonus reading all about you. I've already cleansed your space and have meditated on your cards. For those of you who are returning, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for all your wonderful likes, shares, and subscribes. I am truly grateful for all your beautiful energy. Just a little reminder though, this is a general reading, not a one-to-one reading, just so you're aware. Also, please be mindful, scammers are about, pretending to be me and lots of other tarot readers. I do not do personal readings and I will never reach out to you personally to offer one. Also, I will never ask you for money, e-gifts, or donations. So if anyone masquerading as me asks for anything at all, please report them or ignore them. It is a scam. Okay? Let's move straight on with your reading. I'm going to cleanse your space hourly, so please be mindful there's going to be 3 loud sounds. Let us begin. Okay, my beautiful Virgo, this is a little bonus reading all about you. Us tarot readers, we tend to focus on career, money, love, but we never ask how are you doing. So this reading will tap into what's going on with you right now, how you're moving through this time period, and of course how you are coming out the other side. Also, I just want you to be aware that I've opened up a competition for 1 subscriber to win a free personal reading from me, but I'll let you know how to win that a little bit later on because some people are here just for the reading and I don't like to waste anyone's time. So let's get straight to it. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Virgo? What do they need to know right now? What are they going through at this time? Can you please show them the way? How are they moving through this time period? What do they need to be aware of? Your first card there is the Knight of Swords. Okay, so you have a lot on your mind and you're very busy. I feel you're in the midst of a lifestyle change is what I'm seeing there. We've got the Queen of Pentacles as well, which is actually a Virgo card. So that means that you are striving for a life of comfort, of course, for you and your family. My guide said we have a flipper, so let me just have a look there. We do. We have the 7 of Swords. Okay. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Virgo? What do they need to know? Can you please guide them for their highest good? What are they meant to be aware of at this time? Now, you have so many swords going on at the moment in your reading. This can be that, you know, you are very cerebral at this time, trying to calculate something, trying to forge a life of independence, march to the beat of your own drum, do your own thing, as it were, and basically come out of a very turbulent time, because I see that 6 of Swords there, which means some of you, you know, this is about letting go of something or moving away from something that perhaps you felt was once right for you or comfortable in some way. I feel like you're coming out of a comfort zone. We've got the 2 of Swords. Wow, I don't think I've seen a reading with so many swords going on right now. So you're definitely very much in your thoughts, trying to work something out. 2 of Swords can indicate some of you feel a little bit at a stalemate in life right now. So that's why you're calculating something, or you're trying something new, or you feel something needs to change in some way. But we will get there. We got the Devil card. My beautiful Virgo, what's going on there? Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. I definitely see that you're trying to keep a tight rein on temptation. Now, trying not to procrastinate, for example, or perhaps trying to cut something out that you feel hurts you. Maybe it's a person or a situation. There's definitely an energy there. Fool card. So it's like it's working its way around to a new start, or trying to work your way back to fun, you know, to the sense of playfulness, to reignite that spark, that sparkle within you. So what I'm seeing straight away is you feel perhaps that you are in a world that's gone a little bit crazy, almost like things have turned upside down, and it's like things are the same, but you feel differently about it. But also you're noticing a lot of people have changed. Your relationships, friendships have changed is what I see there, because this is a massive card of change, and you're trying to be flexible with these changes, but also understand how it's different, but how it's still the same, okay? But also this card, it indicates that, you know, you're in a flurry of mental activity, that you are brainstorming new ideas, you're trying to have a lifestyle change here as well. But also you may feel the nature of time is moving so quickly. It's like there's not enough time in the day anymore. Before you used to get a lot done, and then you had a little bit of time for you perhaps, but you feel right now something is afoot here, where it's like with that 7 of Swords, you're kind of like, are you being robbed of time? Okay, that's what I'm being given here. This may not resonate with everyone, of course, but I have to honor what's coming out in the reading. and the cards and what they mean. So this Knight of Swords is like you trying to transform time, and I definitely see that you're being very productive with this card. You know, this card is all about movement. I definitely see that you've been battling something away, you've taken action on something, and you're actually a very brave person. Okay, this card tells me that you are someone who perhaps is doing things that other people shy away from, or perhaps you've been going through something that other people couldn't handle. And I feel like you are someone who's handling something right now that is actually increasing your confidence, even though deep down here you may feel a little unsettled, or you're trying to learn a lesson in whatever it is that you're going through. But the majority energy here, I see a lot of you trying not to procrastinate. You're moving forward on something and you're honoring your time. You're taking your time there, taking ownership of it. And I feel like you have a lot that you want to accomplish. And I feel that some of you may have to make a decision, because we have the Two of Swords there right now. This can be that you're deep in thought. You need to take a bit of a pause there in order to make a decision. And I would say don't rush it, because these two cards, you know, the Knight of Swords and the Seven of Swords can indicate if you go too quickly, you may miss something and have to return to it, or you may miss something and it's something that could cause you a bit of a headache later on, okay? But what I do see for a lot of you right now, you are making the right decision, but you need to just take a moment to reflect on it. And sometimes we got to let go of something in our life that has been present for a long time. Even though we used to love it, sometimes we can outgrow a situation. So if you feel like you're outgrowing something in your world right now, or you're letting go or having a course correction in your life, it doesn't mean you're giving up on something. It doesn't mean that you failed at something. It means that you're maturing, and you are mature enough to know that it's time to move on to something else, because you've learned your lessons, or you've come as far as you can in a certain situation. Because there is a new start here, which means you're letting go of something. The Five of Cups is, you know, to let whatever it is that you have to let go of go, because the universe wants to deliver better for you. And this could be a job, it could be a relationship, could be a situation, could be, you know, a frenemy, could be somebody perhaps that you feel has betrayed your trust in some way, because we've got the Seven of Swords there. This can be a breach of confidentiality, for example, or it can be a card where you feel someone has not got your best interests at heart, okay? And with that Knight of Swords, it's like you're protecting yourself against this person or this situation, and you're shielding yourself at this time. I want you to be aware if this is a person or a situation. Six of Swords says that you are protected and redirected. I want you to be aware of that. Now, of course, this reading, it's not really about things outside of yourself. It's more about you and how you're dealing with things. And you may have a lot on your mind right now, but if you've gone through some sort of divorce, separation, or even you have been made redundant, for example, this could have come as a bit of a shock and made you feel a little bit stuck, for example, for a period of time. That pause is giving you time to reflect, but of course that can raise some anxiety or fear, or, you know, this sense of being uncertain in your situation. But I want you to know that you are safe and secure in your situation, and change is afoot. Something new is happening for you. And when we outgrow old structures or old relationships and things like that, it can feel daunting at first, especially since you have that Devil card there. You know, it's actually in the resistance position, so it's actually very positive, because it means that you're liberating yourself out of a situation that could have made you feel stuck, or could have prevented your progress in some way. So I definitely see here that there is movement and improvement, and whatever decision you have to make, you're making the right one, okay? Now, this card, it can mean also that you're someone who's quick thinking, you know, swift actions here, but I would say the presence of the Two of Swords is definitely don't go too quickly into something. You know, take some time out to reflect, remain in a peaceful state of mind. If you're someone who tends to overthink things, which, my beautiful Virgo, you have an incredible analytical mind, and sometimes you've got so many thoughts racing through your mind, and this is a card of racing thoughts. So I would say here that, you know, this is about quietening the inner critic, especially since you can see that Seven of Swords there. They've got a bit of a flame on their brain there. So it can be that sometimes when the pressure is on, you can be a little bit critical with yourself, but also a little bit snappy with people around you. I mean, that's human nature, but I feel like right now you're catching yourself at it. and trying to protect your inner peace. So it could be that you're trying to work something out right now, or you're trying to calculate something, or you're trying to forge away in something and you don't want any distractions. And any distractions, or if anyone is trying to push your buttons, for example, I feel you are guarding your inner peace and you're trying to make sure that it does not impact the decision that you have to make right now as well. Now, of course, the Seven of Swords, it can be a misunderstood card. You know, this card, the history of this card indicates that, you know, the figure takes the weaponry away from the army because they want to find a diplomatic solution to something, and they have to act in stealth mode because ultimately they just want to find a solution. So it could be that you're trying to brainstorm to find a solution on something in your life right now, and you're being diplomatic if it involves a person, or you're being very strategic if it involves a situation that requires a structure or is connected to anything legal, basically, because you have the Justice card right there. So it could be that you are looking for a strategy to structure your finances, right? And it can be that you are trying to maybe move abroad because you have that Six of Swords there. It could be that information that you need is not readily available. It can be a very closed shop that is only open to people who are in a clique or in like a certain bracket of financial earnings, shall we say, that gets access to certain knowledge. It may not be something you could find online, for example, and it may mean that you have to dig a little bit deeper in order to find someone who can help you with your finances. I'm only mentioning that because we have the Queen of Pentacles. You know, this can connect to generational wealth structures, and it can connect to real estate, property, you know, acquisitions, fortune, basically, your money and your long-term wealth, shall we say. And it can be that you're trying to structure something, but perhaps if you're an entrepreneur, for example, you may have an accountant, or you may have like, you know, some sort of legal advisor, but perhaps you've outgrown this person or this company and it's time to look further afield. Even though you like them and you like their services, it could be that, you know, you feel they cannot offer you the information you require, so you have to go elsewhere, because swords are all about information, about communication, about the mind. So I'm just picking up lots of like energy right now regarding these things because I feel there's something you're trying to do here. Now, of course, a lot of you're trying to quieten the inner critic. You're trying to basically not overanalyze. You know, I feel like you're going through a period of personal development yourself and catching yourself when you tend to overthink or overanalyze or get anxiety about something. The Fool card is like you want to have more fun. You want to be more spontaneous. You don't always want to have to overthink something, but I feel there is value in thinking before you act, as long as you're not overthinking, of course. Now, the Seven of Swords can also indicate that, you know, you are doing something individual, unique. Perhaps your family or friends don't understand whatever it is that you want to do, and, you know, you may, with grace, move forward and be very independent. It can indicate that you have to have a very diplomatic conversation with somebody, but ultimately you're standing true to your belief system. And, you know, Seven of Swords is all about independence, not conforming, living life on one's own terms. So it can be that you have a yearning for independence right now. If you're super busy, which I feel a lot of you are really busy, it's just like one thing after another with you right now. And you're like, you know, when can I catch a break to spend some time alone? Okay, when can I actually implement some self-care routines? Because I'm seeing like a bubble bath in the water right now. I'm scrying at the same time as doing a reading. And the bubble bath, I mean, this could indicate that there is a need to relax more, or perhaps even like that bubble bath, I mean, there could be something in that. I can't tell you. It could be something like magnesium, for example, or something that will help you unwind, or perhaps there's something like a mineral that you're putting into the water to help you with your body, mind, and soul right now. So I'm just seeing the bubble bath. So I can only equate it to maybe relaxation, or basically, some of you could be detoxing, because we do have that Devil card energy there as well. So it could be that this lifestyle change means you need to cut something out that's hurting you. Is there something that's giving you, in particular, migraines because of that flame there on the brain? So it can be that your thoughts are inflamed and, because there's so many of them, and sometimes, it's trying to compartmentalize or prioritize what's important so you don't feel overwhelmed at this time. And it could be that you're trying to limit something in order to stop like migraines, or, for some of you, it could be that you work with the screen a lot, a laptop or a computer screen, and it can be that you're trying to limit the amount of time that you spend on it, or at least take some good quality time away from it in order to basically limit, the glare off the screen or something like that. This is just so random what's coming through, but I have to honor whatever comes through. We do the Two of Swords. Now, the Two of Swords is basically taking a break. That's why I meant, taking a break from the computer, or maybe that salt bath that's coming out, because I feel it's a bubble bath type thing. But the Two of Swords is basically balance, okay? And it actually means that the figures are about to, discover uncharted territory or do something wild and daring that they've never done before. So there's a period of respite in order to get clear in the mind, to really kind of like meditate on something. And I feel this is about, taking the time you need in order to think about things, and there's no need to rush forward. The perfect answer will come to you when you are ready, but also wisdom tends to be delivered in silence. So it could be that you're trying to catch a break in order to catch your thoughts, for example, right now on something. But also, as you can see, those two swords are above two beautiful wild horses, and it can be that right now you feel like you're trying to reconnect to your wild side, and that you feel a part of you, that sparkle perhaps, is missing, that you're always having to think about responsibilities and, lifestyle changes, and just trying to battle away at anything that life sends your way at this moment in time. And you're trying to like rediscover that wild side, and you're a very instinctive person, but you may feel that circumstance has not clipped your wings, but made you feel like you have to kind of stay in your lane a little bit. And I see a lot of you focus on your family, your friends, your home, and the sense of responsibility with that Queen of Pentacles there. But the Two of Swords is like, you want to discover new territory. You want to move into uncharted territory. And it could be that you are adapting to something new, or you're envisaging something new right now for your future. A lot of you, it could be, you're thinking about moving. With that Six of Swords there, it could be that you're planting roots elsewhere, maybe to a new neighborhood, or maybe abroad. Some of you, it could be that you're migrating a business, or it could be just that these thoughts. I'm just looking at all the birds here. It's like, I'm just seeing that there's like migration energy here. Okay, so it could be that you're looking at the world, which of course has kind of felt a little bit upside down for a couple of years there. And it's like you trying to find your place in the world. You may love where you're at right now, because the Five of Cups, it indicates that wherever you were, or wherever you feel like you were or are now, you once loved being in this position. It felt comfortable, or it was something that you were really striving for. But now you may have lost your taste for it, or you may feel that it's changed and you're lamenting it. Five of Cups can indicate, a disappointment, or a shortage of something, or a difficulty of something here. So I feel like you're looking at your sacrifices and weighing up your options in order to have a fresh new start somewhere. Now, this doesn't have to be abroad, of course. It can be in a relationship. It can be that, you've loved and lost, and you're currently dealing with a heartbreak, or a setback, or a disappointment with someone that you gave your whole heart to. And I'm sending you a huge hug out there, my beautiful Virgo, if you're going through a separation. Because the Queen of Pentacles in the resistance position, it's when you get it upside down like that, it tells me that some of you may not have been feeling yourself for a while, or you may have felt that, you need to reignite that spark. You are still in there, but I feel like you're trying to, find your way back to yourself in some way, because this is a Virgo card, but it can indicate that perhaps you have separated from something that you thought was secure, or you thought was forever, that you felt happy in at one stage. So whether that's a job, a relationship, an environment, I feel like whatever is new to come is actually way more exciting than what you thought you had, and now you have to let go of. Okay, so that's something that's coming out there. But also, I have to honor the fact that for some of you, it could be that you're literally thinking back to better times. It could be that you're thinking about the old you, because I'm getting this energy of like 1 foot in the old you and 1 foot in the new you, as it were. I know that sounds really strange, but because we have this card in the resistance position, it's like a brand new you is being reborn or rebirthed in some way. And there is this energy of you kind of like trying to discover where you stand. It's like you're watching yourself outgrow the old you, and you're in between worlds, as it were. But you may have been experiencing some sort of, profound growing pains, as it were, where you kind of look back on the past, where it was easier when you were younger, perhaps, to strike up conversations with people or get job opportunities, or perhaps, just feel this sense of lightness. And now responsibility has descended upon you. So now you're like, when did it get so hard? Why can't I catch a break? Because we do have these very powerful cards there, which is the Justice card. Okay, and we've got the Devil card there, and of course the Queen of Pentacles. So this can indicate that you're trying to operate in a world that feels like it's, upside down, or it just feels like things are not right, and you're trying to make your way, and you're trying not to be stuck in that sense of what you feel is going on in the world. It can be that you are trying to zoom in a little bit more to yourself and rediscover yourself, so you can be more spontaneous, have more fun, have more joy. I mean, for some of you, this could literally be that you've got a lot on your plate right now and you're trying to tie up loose ends and get everything sorted before you take a vacation. It can be that you are someone who has a family as well, because this is a family card. So it can be that if you've got children, you don't just have to get yourself ready to go on this vacation, you also have to get your children ready. So it can be that there's monumental tasks to go with whatever it is that you do. So please apply it to your situation. Everybody's situation, of course, is different. But this Queen of Pentacles, anything that's in the resistance position, it will go into the upright. And the Queen of Pentacles indicates you work hard to sustain your life, okay? And because this is a person, I'm also being given this energy that some of you with that Seven of Swords, because it can indicate a breach of confidentiality, or someone perhaps doing something that you catch them at, because something isn't fair here with the Justice card in the resistance position. Either you feel like this person has been dishonest, or, and this is not a gender specific reading, you may feel that this person has betrayed you in some way or no longer deserves a place in your life. Now, whatever is going on with this, I feel like, there is this energy of you moving away from this person or this situation because you've had enough. I feel like you've given this person or this situation ample opportunity to correct itself, but you feel it's time to turn your back on it, okay? And that in itself is going to unlock a reward from the universe, because you are valuing yourself and not accepting less than you truly deserve in friendships, relationships, and situations. And the Fool card actually indicates a lot of independence, a lot of potential for happiness, joy, adventure. As you can see, there's a lovely cat on there, so that's why I'm getting this kind of like desire for independence or breaking free from something that you feel has kept you stuck for a while. And some of you, this could be a substance. Could be that you have cut out something that perhaps has given you migraines or made you feel low energy, or has aided you with energy but then gives you a crashing low at the same time, and you're just feeling things fluctuating and you're like, no, I can't do this anymore. Because a lot of your cards that have popped out have some sort of like symbolic message on the brain area, I would say, this is a beautiful gemstone. Okay, so it could be that you are honoring your mind, lots of ideas to be independent. Some of you are trying to start up your own business, for example. So I feel that it's like the inner workings of your mind right now are super stretched, okay? And it can be that you're having incredible ideas that are going to help you multiply your wealth, shall we say. The Queen of Pentacles is always about using knowledge to multiply wealth. And I definitely see here that you have an incredible mind and that you can actually implement any of these ideas in order to create generational wealth. So that's definitely something that's coming through there as well. Now, the Queen of Pentacles is all about you know, being very grounded, very accomplished, and, you know, very wealthy due to hard work. So I definitely see that whatever it is you're working on right now, it will pay off. But this is also a card of creature comforts, like home comforts. So some of you, I mean, all of these swords can be that you're doing some DIY around the home space right now, and it just feels like everything is a bit of a mess or a little bit of chaos. But things will work themselves out, and you will kind of like have this beautiful new home, or you know, a new environment where you feel a little bit more comfortable and there's just more peace. Okay, so again, this kind of upheaval or deeply reflected kind of energy where you're thinking about everything at a mile a minute, I feel it has a purpose and it has an outcome, and the outcome is very exciting. You know, that Fool card energy, it indicates a fresh new start, a bit of a glow up for you, but also it indicates that you're kind of like moving away from overthinking and you're valuing yourself in a different way. It's almost like I'm getting you holding yourself to higher accounts, if that's even possible, my beautiful Virgo, because you tend to, but also it's like you're releasing the perfectionism part of it, where you're like, okay, I'm doing my best. I'm doing everything I can with the circumstances that I got, and that's enough. So I feel there's an energy here of making sure you have balance and good quality time for you, because this is the card of balance. But the Justice card, initially, it is in the resistance position. So you may feel that, you know, you're someone who is a warrior and you have little to no support looking at the energy of the cards. I mean, you may have someone you can soundboard off, but ultimately you're doing something by yourself, or you're changing something in your world by yourself, and you're going to be very, very proud of yourself. But the Justice card indicates it's hard, okay? Now, for some of you, it could be that you're going through a court case or a separation, a divorce, for example. And it could be with this Devil energy that whoever you are up against, they are not playing ball. They're doing something dirty behind the scenes. And the Seven of Swords can be that the initial response, sometimes as humans, you know, no matter who you are, is like, if they're playing dirty, maybe I should too. You know, but I actually see that you're withdrawing or holding back from doing that, because the Two of Swords says you don't want to do that. You want to find a peaceful solution, and you want karma to take care of anyone who is doing the dirty behind the scenes. The more you lead with integrity and really follow your belief system and be true to yourself, you'll see better rewards and better results, okay? So I feel that if you're going through a court case right now, there is an energy of you kind of like detaching from this situation, doing what you feel is right, getting everything in order, and letting them play dirty, as it were. But on the other side, people are going to notice or witness whoever is playing dirty, and they will face a punishment. But I see that you are protected, and actually, because you're honest and true, I feel like you get the desired outcome, okay? You may feel disappointed that it happened in the first place, or that you lost so much time and energy and worry to it in the first place, but ultimately, I feel like, you know, you're lighter once it's lifted and finished there. And I feel justice shall prevail, because anything that's in the resistance position, it will go into the upright there for you. But this could also be a card of like, you just have a lot on your plate. Emails, calls, documents, information, and you're just feeling a little bit overloaded right now. So balance and prioritizing is the key, of course. And I feel this is also about carving out some time for fun, for playfulness, to be open-hearted. And I feel a lot of you, this is mainly you kind of like looking at things that distract you or hurt you. So it could be like, if you're going through something that perhaps you have to cut out a food substance because it's making you feel lethargic or bloated, or actually giving you a reaction, it can be a disappointment because you're like, oh, I really love that. But ultimately, it's not good for you, and perhaps it's hurting you. So with that Devil card energy, it can be that it's toxic for your body, so therefore you're cutting it out, okay? And I feel like you are literally liberating yourself from it, detaching, freeing yourself, and once you let it go, you're just going to feel like a new person, okay? That Fool card is like you're lighter, you have more energy, you look younger. You know, there's an energy here of you doing something that you know is going to impact your body, mind, and soul in a really positive way. But it starts with the self first. And that Knight of Swords is like, something's got to give, something's got to change. And you're in control of that change. We always have to remember that whatever we do not change, we accept. and that is across the board. If we do not change our boundaries and we allow a person to cross the boundaries once, twice, it is basically a signal to them that they can get away with it time and time again. Unless you remove yourself from the situation and say, no, this is my boundary, don't cross it. And you actually show them with action that you mean it. And once you do that, they have a choice. And their choice is to step up or step out. And I feel this is about you honoring your boundaries as well. Now, of course, the Devil card in the resistance position is very positive, but it will go into the upright. So that can indicate that in order to maintain and sustain our life, we are always going to be plagued with temptation. You know, that's just the way it is. And sometimes we're going to be faced with things that we fear. And sometimes we are going to face toxic people or situations that are not good for us. But it's how we deal with it and how we move through it. And looking at your cards, I feel that, you know, you're ready to take on whatever is coming your way, because life is about riding that wave, okay? We cannot promise or be promised even a life that is free of challenge or struggle. You know, I don't see anything negative here for you in the future. I can see with the Six of Swords that you're protected. I can see that, you know, you're moving into new territory, which is much more calming, much more peaceful. You know, I feel you've gone through a real test in life, a rite of passage, as it were. And I feel like you're gaining greater wisdom, but you're leaving it behind you, whatever it was, and you're stronger because of it. That Fool card indicates that there are more fun times ahead. So I feel, though, that you're always ready, and you can be prepared in life for certain things, but don't allow that preparation or that sometimes, just because the Devil card is there, paranoia, okay, don't shoot the messenger. I'm not pointing a finger at you, my beautiful Virgo. Sometimes we can get so laden with anxiety or worry. That's just human nature. It can like tip over into paranoia, feeling like there's always a threat. And that is going to rob you of joy and rob you of living your best life. So definitely I feel this energy of like zooming in a little bit more, focusing on the things that you love doing, really submerging yourself in the details of your life rather than always looking at the bigger picture. Because when you're always looking at the bigger picture, that can like stop us from living in the present, because we're seeing things across the board. We're looking at the past, we're looking at the present and how the past can inform the present and strengthen it. But also we look to the future, and the future, we start to worry about the future. Okay, because it is the unknown. And that's when we start to rob ourselves of joy. We kind of like feel in grief and lament when we look at the past, the conversations we wish we'd had, the circumstances we wished had gone a different way. But also we can look back with pride and say, you know what, I dealt with that in a really good way. But right now you are trying to live more presently. And I see here, with this Devil card, you're trying to remove some sort of temptation, which you are conquering right now. But I feel like you're always aware that this could come back. Now, this could also be a friend or a situation. It's like you may hear from this person again, but how you deal with this person is how you are going to move through it and, you know, honor your boundaries. So I definitely see with that Devil card that you are liberating yourself from a situation. I see a lot of you trying to be more disciplined with your time, not procrastinate, for example, but also cut out things that perhaps hurt you or are toxic for you right now. And this could be in the home space as well. It could be certain like items in the home space that you're like, nope, don't want that anymore, because every time, you know, I'm just being given, you know, one of those scenty things that you put into the wall. I'm just seeing one of those. Someone out there may be removing that because it's not, you know, reacting with them in a positive way. So please take it as it resonates. I'm not really sure who that's going to resonate with, but that's something that's coming out there. But we do have that Six of Swords energy. It can be that it's just reacting with you like temporarily, or maybe it's just that scent. I'm not sure, but please take it as it resonates. The outcome for the majority of you here is that you're moving away from challenging times, that you are, you know, someone who has survived something that was a little bit turbulent, and you are someone who basically perhaps is conditioned to expect the worst because you have gone through so many challenging things. But what if you turned it around? What if you like really took charge of your mindset, and instead of expecting the worst, you expected the best? I feel some of you may even have come across certain practitioners who have said, every morning when you wake up, say to yourself when you look in the mirror, this is going to be the best day of my life, or the universe is going to send me a gift today. You know, if you change your mindset, you may actually change the outcome around you. I know that I certainly did, many, many years ago. So I feel, a lot of you, it's like you changing a mindset as well. And that Six of Swords indicates that, you are being brought towards a time of better things. And although Six of Swords can be that you're going on a vacation or you're relocating, I feel that the chaos that goes with preparing for that can also be present in this reading, but I feel like you're going to have a wonderful time and everything is going to be in order as it should. Now, if you are emigrating, for example, it could be that you are worried about who you're leaving behind. So if you're retiring, for example, it could be that you want to spend time in your retirement home abroad, if you have one, if you're lucky enough to have one, or you're thinking about one perhaps, but you're also thinking about all the repercussions of that you have family and friends where you are right now, and you're not really losing them. You're creating a holiday destination for them. So could you turn your mindset around, and rather than think of what you're set to lose in the situation, because you're not really losing in that situation, look at what you're set to gain in that situation. So, it can be that now you can, host them overseas, for example, or they are going to come and see you a lot because they want to take a vacation, for example. So please take it as it resonates. But that Five of Cups, it's basically about letting go of anything that's been causing a sadness, or, making a lifestyle change where you can benefit from it and not hold back anymore. So I feel this is about you having the freedom that comes with no longer attaching yourself to something, like an outcome of something. The Five of Cups, although there is this energy of feeling a bit left out in the cold by the universe is saying, let go of all the things that disappoint you or the things that you've outgrown. Really, take a risk, a calculated risk, because that's what this card is. This is like a sudden desire to take a leap of faith with that Fool card. And it's like, if you just let go, even if you just let go of control, because the Devil card can be control. And as humans, we like to know where we're at, okay? We try to control a situation, not in a manipulative way, but just because we're hesitant about what the future holds. So we like what we know, and we know what we like, and we try to keep our life in accordance with that. So it's like, if you let go of control, what would happen? The universe wants to deliver these two cups, okay? So I would say, this card could literally be something that you are manifesting right now, you're attracting right now, okay? And you may feel a little bit anxious, or perhaps you're not going to get it, but the universe says, let go of the attachment of wanting it at a certain time frame, and we will deliver it to you. I always say, order from the cosmic kitchen once, okay? Because it's just like a normal kitchen. If you go to a restaurant and you order something that you really want, and it's on its way, but suddenly you go, oh, could I add toast with that? Could I add coffee with that? Whatever it is that you're adding is going to increase the time for the order to be delivered. So if you're asking for, dear universe, I would like lots of money because I need to pay my bills. The universe says, okay, well, how much is lots of money? So it goes to get you an order of lots of money, or opportunities that will give you lots of money. And then next day, because it hasn't been delivered just yet, you say, dear universe, I need, and then you state a certain amount of money that you need. The universe is like, oh, okay, a lot of money is now this amount of money. So it goes away to get your order, and it is specific. And then if you're like, if I could just win that money, actually, that would be really great. The universe is like, oh, we were sending you an opportunity that was in job form to get that money, but now you want to win it. Okay, so now we got to find different circumstances for you to get that money. So be really precise about what it is that you want. Normally, the way the cosmic kitchen works is write it down, maybe speak it out to the universe in the exact words, and then trust that the universe will deliver. But also take one step towards making it happen as well. And the universe will meet you halfway, okay? So that's something that's coming through there. But also, the Five of Cups, for some of you, it can be that, you are someone who is independent and loyal, and you're a great friend, and you're single and you're looking for love, and you may have gone through a separation and it's really challenged how you feel about love. But this Five of Cups, it indicates you will love again, but you must process and go through a healing period where you can let go of some really challenging emotions in order to set yourself free and open up to, you know, a new relationship in the future. I do apologize for next door neighbor's dog. It's super loud. It gets very excited because it's in a new place, of course, and it hasn't quite got used to the environment. So I hope it isn't too loud on the microphone there, and that the microphone cancels it out. But coming back to your reading, we have this sense of whatever it is you feel like you've lost out on, you actually haven't, because what is meant for you will never pass you by. The universe wants you to have better. So I would say, you know, it's very important to focus on what it is that you want rather than what you feel you don't have at this time, because then you may miss what the universe actually wants to deliver to you. But I do see with the end card here, the Fool card is fun, it's joy, it's adventure, it's freedom from whatever this is that's been going on in your life right now. And I really feel this sense of feeling lighter and more playful. A lot of you could also be doing some major inner child work that you're setting yourself free from. You know, the past is so important because it shapes who we are. And a lot of your swords energy can be that you've been shaped and formed by challenging circumstances. And now that you're independent, it's not that those circumstances must stay in the past. You must honor the journey that you've had, but you must acknowledge that the past no longer holds, you know, control in your life and prevents future happiness. Trauma doesn't make people just stronger. It can actually like trigger a fight or flight kind of response and hypervigilance in life. And it can be that you're always like running on your nerves or preempting challenging times ahead. But in order to process trauma, it doesn't just make you stronger, as I mentioned, it actually helps you open up to happiness, to be able to enjoy the moment without looking over your shoulder or feeling like something is going to go wrong. So I feel a lot of you are liberating yourself right now out of challenging experiences in order to embrace life from a brand new standpoint. And, you know, this Fool card, of course, it's all about independence, freedom, but also it could be a new environment, a new place, a new experience. Some of you, it could be that you've been caught up in work and you've been caught up in like circumstances and you haven't had time for fun. So now you're embracing like new experiences, like hobbies or new events in the neighborhood, for example. I just see a person who is challenging the status quo, trying to forge new ways of doing things to reignite that spark, because some of you may feel that, you know, there's been a period where you've lost your inner sparkle or responsibility got really heavy recently and you just have had enough. I actually see a lot of you are like so done with so much. It's like, okay, I need to change. I need to change all of this. You're reshaping a landscape and you're going to be so happy with all that you're doing because the outcome is very exciting indeed. I'm just going to go and get some final cards for you before I close your reading. We have the time is now to put things into action. And that's what your Knight of Swords is. The time is now. Take action. Make it happen. You know, there's no such thing as I'll do it tomorrow, because tomorrow never comes. Tomorrow is always tomorrow. So I feel this is about you taking action, but not rushing into something. And it says here, masculine energy. Again, it's not a gender-specific energy reading, but, you know, masculine energy tends to connect to taking action on something. Feminine energy is about being receptive to something there. And, you know, because you have the Queen of Pentacles in the resistance position, it means you're ready to take action right now. Okay, you're not waiting anymore. The change is within you because, you know, as I mentioned earlier, if you don't change, then you're accepting something. And it says assertiveness and boundaries. And that definitely came up in your reading there. We've also got Moonrise. You will rise again stronger and wiser. And resurrection of energy, comeback, and rising above. As I said, I feel like you're rediscovering yourself. It's like you're back. You know, you're finding a part of yourself that you feel has been put on hold or has been dormant for a while. And we've also got Lucky Star. Okay, so this definitely means that something is being delivered to you that you've been wishing for, and that is reflected in that Five of Cups. So whatever it is you're letting go of, you're creating space for this new thing to come on in. Expect a fortunate turn of events, fortune, special gift, and gratitude. Okay, so I do see that you're turning a challenging time around, and you will benefit from this. So I'm just going to go and get a trinket or ring before we close. Okay. So we have moon cycles there. There's definitely a full moon there with a pentacle in it. So I would say that connects to money, of course, perhaps an increase in finances on the cards there for you. But also we have the crescent moon. So this can be that you're highly affected by moon cycles, and it will be great for you to take advantage of that energy. Remember, new moon is new start. It's embracing new ideas. Full moon is releasing. It's about letting go of things that no longer serve a purpose in your life. So I would definitely say rituals, you may benefit from them, removing money blocks. A lot of you are doing that. But also the feather. You're going to see lots of feathers on your path because it highlights you're protected. But also the feather connects to the mind. You know, if you see the Fool card, there's normally a feather in their cap, which means they've got bright ideas and they're excited about implementing them. So if that's you, you're about to launch something new or do something that you've never done before, have faith. Get all the information you need, but I see that the outcome is going to be very exciting indeed. Okay, so I'll leave it there, my beautiful Virgo. I hope something resonates in that reading for you. If you'd like to be with a chance to win a free personal reading, all you have to do is envisage the earth in a golden healing light. That's all I ask of you. If we do it collectively, we really can make a difference. And once you've done that, in the comments below, please put an emoji of the world and a heart. And if you don't have access to emojis, then just put the words world and heart, and I'll enter everyone into a competition, which is now coming to a close very soon. In about a week and a half there, I'll announce the winner. So you still have time to enter. Thank you so much, my beautiful Virgo, and love and light.